Oh snap, it's me. Oh, I'm not used to being an A mic. This is weird. So what up, guys? It's True Tech, and we got Dr. Digital on the call, of course. And today is a little bit different. As you see me hopping up and down in my 2D version, and we're gonna do teaching that tech. So basically, first thing we're gonna check out a couple of replays of Dr. Digital's, and then we're just gonna basically see like, hey, here are things I see that you should work on, and then we're gonna go into how to work on them in training mode. And please, if anyone has questions in the chat, we will be taking some questions about things as well. Like if you have questions on how, you can train certain things, or how I might train, how do you learn things in training mode. A lot of people find they don't really understand how to use training mode, and I always say personally that matches are where you find the questions, and training modes is where you find the answers. So if you're just playing matches, you're finding lots of questions, and you are inefficiently finding the answers if you're just like, well, okay, I'm gonna try this, well, I'm gonna try this, well, I'm gonna try this. Where you could go in training mode and recreate a situation and figure it out there. There's not always a perfect answer, but even finding a partial answer can help you in a lot of things. So we're gonna jump into it here. Let me First things first, if you didn't know, after the patch, if you press square, you go directly into training mode. Once you, and it launches you right back in. So normally I would just do that. That's literally the first thing I do when I load up the game is I press square and go in here. But first, we're going to watch a couple matches, like I said, on Dr. Digital's. So let's see here. Where are you at? Oh, because you're not online. Is
I
that
was
what
like,
it
I
is?
should be up
There
top.
you
Why am
are.
I on?
It's like I saw you earlier today. All right, so I'm gonna take. Let's see how many. Do you want around here? So I'm gonna grab that match, and then I'm gonna scroll a little bit more. Is there any character in particular you feel like you have issues with?
It was definitely difficult, so I think the Shogun match is great.
Okay.
By far think that her worst matchup. It's just impossible. I feel like it's impossible to try to get in because his fireballs are so good and they recover so quickly. Um, Outside of that, I don't think I have any matches beyond that.
Okay. So we got this one. I'm gonna choose. We got a jury mirror, but I'm like, if you're just getting kind of mauled, you may not even get to see really what to do. But let's take a look at it. We don't know. So let's go add that. And I think we'll do one more. Hey, let's do some Justin. Alright. Actually, that one's mad. That's mad old. Let's not do that.
Yeah, that was my first Bison match, so it was a learning experience.
Yeah, I saw another one. Let's do you and flute. And you won that two straight. You won that one two straight. Let's do a loss. We learn more from our losses. Unless, yeah, I was gonna say unless it was a back and forth thing, we'll do a loss. This one's a win, but
Yeah,
you got a
Styles
round
was
in there.
definitely styling on me. I'll say that his feng shui was good, and he just kept telling me he's like, "You need to learn feng shui," and I'm like, "I'm trying."
Oops, why'd I do that? I shouldn't have done that. Let's do date added first. Okay, so we got our three matches here. Bam, bam, bam. So we're gonna watch these out of order, or no, actually they're not. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. All right, so again, chat, we're going over these matches here, but if you have questions, again, once we get into training mode about how we train certain things, definitely note those. So once we launch training mode, we can talk over things. So first, we're going to go into the match. So we got our three replays we're going to watch. Let's see what we see. And yes, my mods are on, so you're going to have to hold all of that.
Nowhere to run.
Cry for mercy.
Oh, you know your boy don't be having game music on. Oh, and you can't turn it off from here, so we're just gonna have to hold that for now.
I don't have it on either, to be fair.
Okay. So let's see here. It happens. Okay, good block.
That all?
You already know what I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Once again. Okay. Nice. We're getting a combo. We're going. Pushing to the corner. We like those. I like that. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You got the stock. Yep. There you go. Yep, it happens, especially against Gibson. Alright. Ooh, okay. So once again, so definitely we'll talk into how I don't train anti-airs per se, but anti-airs are kind of something that I put in my training, so we'll talk about that. Like, I already know when you're focused on it, I know how good you can anti-air, so I'm not necessarily worried about that you can anti-air, but I do know, but I'm noticing, like, because you're focusing on everything else, you're not anti-airing.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm gonna turn the game sound down a little bit, guys. Let me know if it ends up going too low. Alright, so I missed a little bit of that here. Alright, so let's see. Alright, no punish on the sweep, but that comes, honestly, that's just learning matchups. Alright. That's okay.
Are sweeps universal as far as...
Mostly. Not everyone. Like Cammy's is her crouch roundhouse, or no, actually, yeah, Cammy's. I'm thinking of her stand roundhouse, not her crouch roundhouse. But for the most part, everyone's sweep is punishable. There are some where at max range you can't really punish them, but for the most part.
Like the biggest button, or do you go for like crouch medium kick, drive rush combo?
It depends on your character. Like for you, I'd probably say you're probably just fine doing stand medium punch because she moves so far forward with it. So you could probably just be like hit that elbow and then drive rush or something like that. Or but it depends. Most, I want to say, majority of the sweeps are -10. So with that one, I would say, like, let me look at my frame assist tool app, and let's see, because I'm thinking here. So yeah, you as a jury player could probably do stand medium punch because it moves so far forward and it's only 6 frames. You could probably also get a fierce in there, but fierce is 10 frames itself, so you'd have to be like on point. I probably for you say either just crouching medium kick or stand medium punch would probably be my go-to for you. All right. So honestly, nothing too bad there, except for a lot of missed anti-airs, and I think it's because you were focused on the ground game so much. And so, like I said, I'll go into one of the drills I run a lot that helps with that. All right. So we got some jewelry mirror matches. Okay.
How do you know when, like, for example, like, my stand medium kick is really good, but like I'm afraid to use it because it, like, pretty much if I put it out and they DI, that like just my ass. There's nothing I can do. But the move itself is really good. Like any other Street Fighter, I would abuse the hell out of that button. But in like this game, I'm so afraid of just like a random DI that I tend to not use my good buttons as much as I should.
So for that one in particular, you have to kind of know when to do it. So like right there is good. Drive rush, stand medium kick is pretty popular. As you can see, he did it right back. That's something that a lot of juries use. Yes, you can't cancel the second hit, but also it's 0 on block. So it's like not a lot of people are gonna be like just see a drive rush and immediately DR. Now that said, you're not going to be really using that in like block streams where people tend to panic DR a little bit or DI a little bit more. Also, you kind of have to take a read of your opponent. Like, are they just randomly drive rushing all the time? Nice. Hey, okay. So, this match, like, honestly, this round was not bad.
It's funny because I'm playing the game and I'm feeling like I'm doing well, and then I watch the replay and I'm like,
Get a good throw here.
so
Like,
many
if you look at,
kills.
like you say you're afraid to use it, but like, look at him. He's using it a lot. And, as you said, you just use it right back. Good DP. One thing I noticed immediately from the first round is that you were, like, didn't show him that you're going to let it rip, so he just kept going in. There was no point for him to stop. Like, you do have to show that. Especially in your case, you had a lot of life. If he hit you, well, this is second round, so you could have got a big combo. But, like, first round, a lot of life, let it rip and let them know they'll see it. So even if it may not work every time, you can still make them hesitate because you don't want someone to just think, I can go in as much as I want. Like, you got to give them something to hesitate on. So at some point, you do have to, like, commit to guess to some active defense or something like that. So whether that be DP, whether that be learning delay buttons, whether that be backdashing a little bit more to guess on throws, you got to do something. I would say guessing on throw tech as is a issue with me myself. So I try to lately do a bit more delay button for stuff like that. As someone who doesn't, my only reversal is a super, so I've been trying to do something about that, and I think it's been helping me do better as well. Because there have been times where I think any other time that would have been a lost round for me, and I've made comebacks and stuff like that recently. So,
When you say delayed button, what do you mean? Like when I'm getting up, or
yeah,
when I'm doing something?
like when you're getting when you're getting up on their Oki. One of the things you can do is delay button. So if they do a meaty or something like that, then you block. But if they, let's say they did a shimmy or they throw a late throw, something like that, your button comes out before they get a chance. Okay.
And you're going into like stand medium punch.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you have to be ready for it. So like for me, I tend to do like delay strong or delay jab. If I'm doing delay jab, I'm already pressing strong in case it's a counter hit. If I'm doing delay strong, if they're like, they walk back so they shimmied or something, I'm buffering strong into a button just to see if they hear it. So I watched this one a little bit earlier. I didn't like pay too much attention. I just hear. So one thing I'm seeing, just matchup wise, is that you're trying to go in like immediately. Like as you said before, you don't know when to get stocks. Round start, he's backing off you. You should go. You have plenty of room. Get you some stocks. You can also use Fuha against these sonic booms. So use this Fuha against sonic boom to cancel it out and also get you some stocks. And then that'll allow you to have here. So like round start, you got a lot of meter. Here, Fuha against the boom. So like this range, if you're, I might back off a little bit because if he sees you doing this, he could drive rush in and you gotta guess. So I'll probably back up just a little bit. Not mad at this. Okay. So right here, you have a stock. You jumped in. There's no, especially if you're jumping in against Guile, you need to look at him and make sure he does not have a down charge. So like here, he got a down charge. Right here, he doesn't. So right here will be a time to jump in, because Guile's normal anti-airs are not the best. They trade a lot. They trade or lose a lot. Like he probably lose a jump fierce kick or jump fierce punch right here. Right here, he's got down charge. He jumped. He's holding down back. Right here, so like you can see, he's crouching. Don't jump. Walk in a little bit, maybe like that. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, right there. I know. I don't think you did that on purpose, but you should be doing that on purpose. Now, I would say here again. I'm not a jury player, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I would say here is where you should throw out EX Fireball and follow along behind it. He has to commit to something because to go here. I should ask, does Fireball go under Sonic Boom?
Yeah.
Okay. So that at that point he now has to commit to something. He has to commit to either parrying or jumping or something like that. You can walk behind it, and now you can get, so if he just parries, you could get in there, you can force a throw, force him to do something, whether that be a drive reversal, something like that, because drive reversal is still kind of a win. He lost 2 bars, you took no damage, and you're back to the resetting the screen where, okay, I have, at this point, I can get stocks, I can work my way back in.
I will definitely say too that this game, I don't use EX bar nowhere near as much as I do in every other Street Fighter, because the drive bar is so valuable that I guess my mindset is like, oh, I'd rather have DI or drive rush or something along those lines.
Yeah. So here, where it kind of sucks for you as a jury, there's really nothing you can do here, like to like continue your pressure. She throws them full screen. The best you got is like drive rush, stand roundhouse, drive rush medium kick, might reach. Pretty much at this point, it's time to get you a stock, work your way back in. Nice. Oh, we got a drop combo. So you already know what we're gonna do there. That's just training mode and working on your getting your B&Bs. And I do like something like I'm not gonna be like I never drop, so clearly, but I need to actually get more into the habit again of drilling my combos every day, like just doing my bread and butters. Because there have been a few times where I'm like, damn, I can't believe I dropped that. But then I'm like, when's the last time I actually practiced it? I just do it in match all the time. Nice. Okay. This is a situation where I say you should throw Fireball no key. You got the knockdown. He has a level 2, which is his install. If he throws out a level 1, it's still a win for you because that means he doesn't get a level 3. So this would, like, you still can force, like, you want to force something out of them, like in this situation. So get the knockdown, boom, boom, boom. Right here, I would say throw the Fireball. You want to basically either I'm winning or I'm going to force something out of you. If you lose 2 drive bars at the life you have, okay, who cares? If he wakes up with a level 1, even if you get hit, yeah, I took a little bit of damage, but I'm still have the life lead, and he's not going to build a level 3 this round. And so that's something that's always a win there. Forcing him to use a resource is still a win. Nice, bop. This should be, I'm pretty sure that should be dead right here. So that would be another drive rush, blah, blah, blah. You have actually a pixel of a bar, so you probably get another drive rush and 2. And then, yes, if you have feng shui, you could probably kill with 2 bars. But for this one in particular, 8. Oh, you got the kill? Alright, so it worked out. So can't be too upset. It happens too, by the way. And like, again, I'm not perfect. I'd be dropping the combos too. And then, hey, it was a drop opportunity. I'm going in around 3 with 3 bars. So bad dive kick. Like I said, I don't think it was too bad though. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a punish counter, so you could have probably teched. But you were already like, oh, that was a bad dive kick, so I just held down back. Yeah, so let's take a look at the situation here. So there's a couple options you can do against Guile here. One is press a button here. So here, another option that you can do, especially if they're drive rushing after their fireballs a lot, is drive reversal on here. He would have
drive reversal in the fireball itself.
Yeah. So no So you parry the fireball and then drive reversal out of the parry.
Okay.
So as they're coming in, they get hit by the drive reversal. He just did throw. He's not blocking anything like that. He would have got hit there. He's off. He gets off of you, and now again, throw an EX, stock up, whatever, and then time to go in. Because drive reversal, if they back tech, puts you pretty much full screen.
Okay.
Hey, nice jump in. So for this one, I mean, you got a stock, but I would probably do the one combo that leads into the DP, so that you can get more carry, because that puts you right in the middle of the screen. You like either drive rush combo or do the Fuha into the DP combo, whichever, just to get that extra carry, because you have full resources. Yeah. Don't loop. Oh, you got these? No, you don't. Okay. Oh no. So when people are burnt out and you're neutral, you don't have to like play a little slower because they're going to be trying to get around. They're going to be jumping a lot, anything like that. This would in here would have been a free DP that would put him in the corner, and now he has to guess on wake up. He has to decide, oh, am I going to spin this super? Am I going to wait and see what Duran does? That kind of thing. It puts you in a really good situation. But if you're like, oh, I'm antsy, I see drive rush immediately, then that will cause that here. So that should have been dead, but he messed up. Good throw. Okay. Ooh, that was a whiff punish right there. Oh no, bad DI. Okay. All right. So we saw our matches. Let's still jump. Okay, we'll turn on the game music now. Alright, let's go to training mode. Even change, like going here, so you can see I was working on some stuff here earlier.
Modest though.
Alright.
I like the kunais on her leg.
Yeah. Alright, so let's do some
paint cans, bro.
I know, that's I like it a lot. Let's see. I guess we can do Guile real quick. Alright.
Here we go. Nice. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's weird. So weird. Back in my day, that was Critical Circle back. Okay. So, Jury. So, like I said, one thing is definitely using Fuha against Sonic Boom. So, one thing, get to here. So, trying to get the timing. Oops, that's EX. There we go. So that's already something I feel like he should. Oh, actually, and then now I'm looking at it here as well. Like this will leave you here, but that medium, she takes that step forward. So you, like, let me see if I can time this. This will be, yeah, that roundhouse is a little tough, like, but you can do it if you practice it, I'm sure. But that medium, like, not only does it get you a stock, but you're walking forward here.
Yeah, and they're gonna run out of real estate eventually.
Exactly. So you have to, yeah, this one's a. So already this is something you can practice, like right here, like one, of course, perfect parries. Nope.
And there's like a hidden like buffer window behind perfect parry. Right? Like you can perfect parry, or you can parry and be inputting dash behind it, and you get the perfect, you get the dash, right?
Yeah. So let's see if I can get it. Oof. I'm very bad at perfect parry. Clearly, I need to be practicing this too. So let's see.
It's also hard because you're doing it on a projectile.
Really, I'm just, yeah, I've got. Let's see if I can do it at least once. Yeah, it's something I need to work on too, because this is depending on the matchup, this is a big part of it. Yeah, I'm dropping crazy. There we go. Oof, that took a minute. But yeah, you wouldn't really do it in the Guile matchup, but in the like matchups like if you like, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can get it while I'm here. So like if you're closer, but you could do, you know, just press the button. So what you can, one of the things is just here. I did it on the EX, of course. I keep doing it on the EX. Yeah. So something like that. So you can just press the button and it only comes out. Hey, there we go. I'm starting to get it a little bit.
So essentially, you could do the same thing with
dash, same thing. So you can see like right there, the strongs were there, but it only comes out on the perfect parry. So that's something that's really like important for like the Luke matchup. That's here because he'll do Sandblast right in front of you, and you get that parry and press a button. Really important for Shotos too, because you get that parry, press a button, and no negative if they're right in front of you, but it only comes out on perfect parry. Same thing with the drive rush against Luke. You can do like perfect parry, drive rush, crouch jab, something like that. So something like that here. So that would be something again. Alright, just that, and of course that, which already you can tell I need to practice myself, would be something. But yeah, using this to cancel out those booms, get you some real estate, get you some space, and then if you're over here, we got stocks. Like something like that. Like again, you can. Let's see. Can we find? Let's look at that. Can we do a little? Did on that? There we go. Like yeah, it took a couple. Like you can take a couple hits, and honestly, you could be slower than that. I was just trying to show an example. And then he's like, again, he has to take something. So that's something
I guess
right
I never
there.
thought about that too, because like Sonic booms don't knock down. I mean, I'm assuming EX does, but like regular ones don't. So
Yeah.
it's like me trading his boom with my EX fireball and then drive rushing after it. Like I'm at advantage because he's getting knocked down.
Yeah, like you can definitely like, especially with her because her fireball is so low to the ground. Like anything with that, so you could definitely, you know. Again, like, so if we are back here, wait, you has to like look. It's that one's almost full screen, and then I think was it? Is it? Okay, that's the only one. Okay, I have not touched Jury at all in this game, so.
I can answer those questions. Those are
Okay.
I know inputs. That's for sure.
So fireball's only light. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. She has 3 fireballs, but they're all from the same button. So like light, if you don't have a charge, is pretty much just in front of your face. If you have a charge, it'll go like, it's like 65% of the screen. And then EX gives you the 2 hits, and it's a little faster, and it goes a little farther.
So like I said, we're going here, we're going full screen, and he's like getting when it goes on their hit, so he can't just throw it. He has to make some sort of commitment, whether that be okay, I'm gonna throw a boom and parry. Well, that's more space. Like with Guile, and especially, you know, trust me, I know the Guile matchups is mad annoying when I play Kimberly, and I don't have anything besides walk and block, walk and parry, and everything to get in. And slide, which I have to space immaculately or I get punished. So that's one of those things there. But that will definitely help.
Yes,
So-
I'm glad you showed that because that's something that I'm awful at. I get a ton of crouch jabs, and I don't know what to pick off of them. So I took it in the training mode, and I kind of found like jab, jab, short up kicks.
So I say most of the time it's going to be something like that. Something like that, probably. I don't know.
I was trying to find like a meter list, like if I don't want to drive rush, so that's how I was doing like.
Oh yeah,
crouch
if you're
jab,
not
crouch
trying
jab,
to
short up kicks.
think of something like what?
That, but in reverse.
Something like that. Something like that, I think, is what it is. I see people do. Nope, that doesn't work.
It
Alright,
does.
but it's too slow. Wait,
You
that won't
do
work.
crouch,
Okay.
jab, short, stand, short, pinwheel.
Okay. No. I'm just trying to see, because I'm thinking of starting with a low,
Oh, gotcha.
because you can catch people walking, but
You should be able to pinwheel that.
oh, let's see. That is, okay, so it had to be. What the fuck, bro?
Hold on. I'm like, now you have me wondering, like, does this not work?
Oh yeah, I don't think that works like regular. I think. So I think you'd have to be. I think you'd have to you like for meterless. I think that's all you can really do. Like, but that pushes you so far that I think you might be better off than the jab.
Well, most people, I believe you do, you might pinwheel.
Yeah.
Because you have more Oki off of it.
Yeah, because the regular one knocks you so far. So unless it's gonna put them like in the corner and you can get something off it, you're probably not gonna be hitting that one. Ooh, 11 frames after the dash. So that means I could do, what's that on? What's this on? Yeah, so yeah, you could. You could hit that, but yeah. So that would be one. Already, like I said, one thing is hitting that, and just like I said, just doing some sonic booms, and work on like getting that across. And
So would like crouch short, crouch jab, jab, medium up kicks, because that pretty much leaves body to body. Not uppercut, stock. Sorry. Stock.
oh, okay.
Medium, light one.
Oh, medium. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like that should be.
Back roll.
Yeah, like yeah, you should definitely. One of the things I always do is I try both. I usually put them on random. You can't. There are, of course, people don't always back roll, but I think at a lower level, majority of people are back rolling. So you should definitely have stuff against both. But like, cause that way you can I have Oki setups that don't work if they back roll, but if I notice that they want to stay in place, because there are things that also, if you back roll, gives you more space. So like for example, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna have him recover in place and wake up with jab. Oops, I did an overhead by accident. So because he recovered in place, I got the hit there. If he recovers out of here, yeah. So here. So there are reasons to recover in place, and there's reasons not to recover in place. Like against Jamie, when I'm playing Kimberly, I make sure to recover in place most of the time. So if he tries to get a drink when he's not really allowed, I'm in his face immediately.
That makes sense.
And there's some times where I don't want to recover back roll because I don't want to put myself right in the corner. I want to get here, but I do recognize I'm gonna have to deal with this because now they don't have to go as far. So now the Oki might become real. But that's one of the, just gotta deal with it sometimes. But that helps with that for that. Besides that, definitely, like I said, learning when. So let's see. I don't know her count, but it's like whatever this one is, and then that and all that good stuff. trying to think of something that's like halfway decent. Like something like that, you know.
Yeah, I never
Learn the real
tried
combo.
lights.
Let's see if I can. I'm gonna try to come up with
guess I
some
probably
bullshit
should
real
learn.
fast. Yeah. Okay, so somewhere. Nope. Okay. Oh, missed it. Nope. Come on, I'm pressing strong, I swear. Yeah, something like something like that. And to or do the into
Do you think drive rushing out of lights is worth it?
if you're gonna kill, yes, you need to have those down. Now it's not like it was before, where you should be doing like you can hear because it's scaling on lights. But if you're gonna get a kill from this, and again, I'm not doing the optimal, so I don't. Ah, it's forward. Okay. So yeah, let's see here. Okay. Alright. And again, I'm sure I'm not optimal here, but that was 37 right there. Look how much damage you got off a light if you were gonna kill. So like,
Does damage change the closer they are to death?
no, your damage is the same regardless.
Okay, so it doesn't have like a gut system or anything.
No,
like
there's
that.
no guts. The only thing that changes is the CA. Besides that, is everything the same. So you can see here, this is how, like, basically if they're up to the second drive bar here and you hit them with a light and you got meter, you're dead. And like that was only 2 drive rushes, so you don't even need full 6 bars. You could have 4 and you would get that because you still have 2 drive rushes. So that right there off a light, or you catch them here, that would be death. So that's definitely something worth learning and practicing. I use it quite a bit. For me, it's more about getting a random hit, and if I have a lot of resources, I'm going to drive rush so that I can turn that into a corner carry. But it's still, even though it doesn't do the damage it did before, because of the scaling changes, it's still really good to know and use for that. So let's, what else we're going to move on. Okay, so this is a drill I run a lot. So one thing, like I said, I noticed that you were missing anti-airs. So one of the things I do is I run dummy drills. So it gets a lot of characters, especially characters that are annoying me. I'm going to try to set one up right now with Guile, so I'm trying to think of something. So what we do is we go to recording. You want to make sure your recording is set to on input. So that way nothing happens until you press something. You don't have to worry about a timer. You don't have to hear like that. You can do that.
Oh my god.
So
So
yeah.
on input will basically mean they'll do something once I move
Yeah.
or press
So,
a button already.
oops, I already hit the. So you can see here just as preparing, and nothing happens until I press a input. So what you want to do is, this is going to be a little bit tougher with Guile, because you want to typically you want to make it look like you're doing the same thing. So I'm going to probably just do a neutral jump for this, but usually I try to hit like something like this, so it looks kind of, it's kind of like how it would look if we were in a match. So you don't just automatically see it and think, okay, this is the one where I DP. Like, you don't want to kind of get an idea. So I'm going to start basic here. So I'm going to go and now. So that's 1. And you don't have to hold it down back because it doesn't matter. But that's a habit I have automatically because here. Then we reset. You want to make sure everything's the same. And then I'm going to here. And then like that, I usually start with 2 and work my way up. But let's say we do another one. I could do something like I don't know. It's hard to say 'cause I'm trying to think of a way to do Sonic Boom, but honestly, I think all you can do is just kind of set it up and just and like that's. I think that's kind of the only way I could really do something like that. But
I think that's good though too, because then it helps me practice for anti-airing. It helps me practice.
yeah, exactly. And that's how.
Boom.
Basically, you want your anti-airs to kind of be more or less automatic. Because I know how good you can anti-air when you're focused on it. But you want it to be automatic. It's not something that you want to have to be like, this is what I'm thinking about, because you're going to miss a lot of the ground game, which is so important.
Yeah, I had that happen when I visited Colorado. I was playing to Landon, and like I was anti-airing everything, and he was like, "Oh, you're looking for this," so he stopped doing it, and then I just got destroyed because I was so focused on anti-airs that he was just blowing me up in the ground game.
Yeah, it's one of those things. So I start off with just two options. So in this case, I'm doing drive rush, and I got to jump in, and you just run the drill. So you just turn it on, start your replay. You want to make sure, of course, your replay info is off, so you can't tell which one's doing it. Have it always repeat replay. You always want to have that, and then just hit start. And all right. And so the goal is to kind of DP. And either some people
It's so amazing. I had no idea you could even do this.
and then
I had no idea you could do this, dude.
my drive rush is not good. I can tell. I can see the start up. So let's re-record that. There we go. That's better. So yeah, you can do that, and you can also turn it up. So let's say you're like, I feel like I need to work on my anti-airs more, but I don't want to just look at that. You can go to here and adjust the frequency. So right now it's 1-to-1, but I could be like, okay, I want him to drive rush more. I can turn that up, so I'll get more drive rushes compared to here. So
How did you do that?
So you just press X for me, or light kick here.
Oh, I see.
And then
Random select rate.
and then it comes up. So I could be like, okay, I want to drive rush a little bit more. Let's start that. And see here, and then you just want it to be like, okay, I'm focusing on the ground game. Too slow here, or maybe I'm just not doing a great button for this.
I stand medium.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I would assume it either be stand medium kick or crouch medium
Yeah.
punch.
So I try to do this like I'm kind of like playing neutral myself. Oh, got hit. Oops. You can also parry too, by the way. That's something that a lot of people might want to do, especially depending on who you're fighting. Some people like to, rather than worry about checking the drive rush, like to react to the flash. Yeah, so that's once you start getting that, like, oh, I'm killing it, I'm getting both, I typically try to do like 4 or 5 in a row. Like I get 5 successes in a row, and then if I'm feeling good there, then I'll start adding more options. So then I'm like, okay, I want to poke the drive rush, I want to parry the boom, I want an anti-air. And you literally, depending on the character, you can get a lot of stuff in there. So right here, I'm like, all right. They'll also kind of teach you where you want to stand, because you're like, okay, I can't stand there. I need to get a little space here.
It's also really good too. Like I could use this in the Blanca matchup because like crouch medium punch blows up Blanca ball, but the timing's weird. But once you get the timing, it's great. So it's like a good practice for that timing for that Blanca ball.
And then you could also be like, okay, well, like especially with this one, it's kind of tough to set up the Sonic Boom recording to look the same as the rest. But you can be like, okay, well, when he does that, I do this instead maybe because I have space. But that's kind of like this is how I learned a lot of things with neutral. This is how you kind of learn, like you kind of teach yourself to spacing and stuff like that. So like let me go to a character I have set up already.
Fantastic.
Let's do. So I've been getting smoked by Cammy recently. Like, it's not been great for me versus Cammy. Cammy is already a bad matchup for Kim for sure, but I feel like overall I just not been doing as well. I mean, Cammy players, of course, are probably getting better. They got Punk to watch, stuff like that, but I haven't been doing as good. And so I have several things set up for Cammy already here. So you can see here I have 4 options already set up for Cammy. There's still more stuff I could add, but let's start there. So I'll turn these 3 on. And then, so let me see that. We have, so I'm trying to, nope, so I can't do that. Can't do that. So, like, I'm pretty much gonna, so you can see there, basically, I'm trying to whiff punish the strong. And I want to anti-air the dive kick. Now, I'm trying to anti-air because you have a DP.
Right.
But versus Kimberly, I tend to do this so I don't have to take the guess. And then you want to, so I'm trying to basically focus on the ground game. And then when I see her jump in the air, react to it. So. And you can get stuff like that right there. So if it doesn't hit, okay, I reset neutral. But I'm not taking pressure. And then right there, it's still reset. And then and then I got the punish counter there. I probably need to redo the crouch strong because I think. Yeah, so I probably need to redo that because I can tell, oh, she's wiggling a little bit too much. That's the strong. So I need to actually re-record that because I'm like that. I can tell now that I've played against it enough. I'm like, oh, wiggle too much. That's the strong. So I need to make sure they're kind of close. So wiggle, 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 do a butt thing. But that's something I have set up. And then I have, once I'm like, oh, I got that, then I throw in the 4th option. Which I don't even remember what was my 4th. Oh, I think it's spin knuckle. Okay, drive rush jab. So that's like, okay, now I have all things, and now I'm like, okay. Oops, that was supposed to be a pair. Yeah, and then I said, if you're focused on the on the stuffing it, then it's cool. But if not, try to get the parry at least. And like that's something I do quite often. So like Cammy's a character that's really annoying me, and I'll do that. And like my whiff punish have definitely gone up because my eyes are focused on it now. That's the thing, and I'm focused on seeing them whiff a butt. And so that way I know, okay, they're fishing. So I know I need to be around here. And then if she, like, so if she wakes up and presses, I want to mess up my slot. So let's say, So now I'm like, okay, I need to be standing around here, and I need to learn the timing for that. Okay, so I'm still not close enough. But that means I don't want to be closer, necessarily. That just means I need to find something better. So maybe I'm like over here, so. Yeah, so like, bam. And you can always, you know, start to... There, yeah, I remember that. You get a whatever button combination. That's what you... Okay, yeah, I remember that. And then you kind of start buffering. So... Boom, boom. And that'll help you figure out how to get that punish. Bro, that's probably like, let's see, let's do this. Let's do something a bit easier. So let's do something like that. Oop, no, that won't work. Yeah. So that would be something like start, and then, like I said, you can throw it in there. But I always recommend starting with at least 2 options. So that way you start with 2 options, get that down, then as you like, okay, I got this, I'm feeling good, I got, you know, however many in a row, add another option. Cammy has a lot of options, so I'm gonna be on this for a minute. Right now I tend to stop around, if I get the 4, I'm feeling good. I haven't even added possibility of Hooligan yet, I haven't added Spin Knuckle yet. Like, she's got a lot of stuff to keep an eye on, but I want to be able to focus on ground things and just react and reset neutral against air stuff when I'm playing Kimberly. Again, because you might be able to like learn to get the DPs all the time, but again, it's not. So like it. So pretty much it's just like, okay, I'm just trying to focus on strong. And just, okay, I saw the early there, I saw here. But again, I could tell she's wiggling too much. I know strong's coming, so I have to re-report that. But yeah, that is one, like, and then you just kind of set it up. So like let me think of somebody. Like we did Guile, now I just made that up on the spot. Yeah, I can't think. I'm trying to think of one person. Oh, you mentioned Blanca. Oops. Wait, who am I? Oh, Blanca. There you go.
Yeah, because like her crouch medium punch outright beats. It's actually a really good option against Blanca Ball, because if they commit to it and like it hits you and you do crouch medium punch, it beats it. If they do it short and you do crouch medium punch, it stops like throw attempts.
Yeah, so you could do something like
timing itself is weird to get that, so I feel like this would be good practice.
something like this. So something like that. So, oh, let me get it again. Come on, bro. And then
What's this hop input?
back in kicks. So you could do something like that, right? I did 3 here, and then just kind of getting the idea of the timing.
Watching you just land this over and over again when I've like been in practice, like trying to not trade with it. The only reason
I mean,
don't like...
this is full screen, so I'm not like because but this will help you figure out like how to like, because like that's actually something I need to do more with Kimberly, like because she can DI, but you have to do it like real. You have to wait till like in your face basically. So like I should be like literally I'm just looking at Yuri, trying to be like wait till he's in. See, that's the thing. So this is where practice comes in, because right there I would have got punished. So
That's
again,
why I
I'm doing it
usually
too
go to
early.
the
So
crouch medium punch as
so that's why I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
two.
wait till he's like inside her. Nope. So, there we go. So that's something like there. Like I need to get on that with Kimberly because they have to be like inside you to get the timing right. But she gets here, so that's like oh, that's fast as fuck. Yeah. But yeah, that's something you can throw in there. But yeah, definitely get in those. Definitely get in the habit of like learning that, so that way you, like I said, you focus on a couple things, and then that way you want to make the anti-airs kind of be like, yeah, that's why you'll see, like I said, I just like crouching pierce because I'm not focusing on the DP there.
I think this is great. We're almost at the hour mark, so I still want to keep this an hour because my idea with this is like we can keep this as like an ongoing series when we don't have guests on the podcast. I do want to do some podcasts too where it is just us and we kind of go over like almost like a monthly update. I thought would be cool. Like just stuff going on in FGC or things that we want to talk about, like going on in the server, or maybe even like events we have planned. So I actually think it's funny because I was like, I know we talked before. It was like, oh, I'd like to have a what do I practice after? I had no idea this was even in the game.
Oh,
So this in itself is gonna be huge
yeah,
for me.
that's
Now I can
really
set up
strong.
scenarios.
And you can use that to set up so many things. Let's say you're getting owned by block strings and something like that, and you need to practice your perfect parries. Well, set up a block, set up a block string. That's something I do. Again, I'll go real quick and go into
But this
Candy.
by itself was huge because this is gonna help me with my anti-airs. This is gonna help me with my whiff punish. So that's two things that I'm awful at. This is gonna help me with like parry fireballs, walk forward, or store stock fireball type stuff. So being able to do all three of those is like just massive for me when I'm going into training mode, and like I'm not just sitting there doing combos all the time. Like yeah, there is FSE combos that I need to be working on, but like this gives me something else where it's like I need to work on this, then I do combos, then I play some, and then I'm off for the night or whatever kind of thing.
So, I have all my recording on. So I just want to do this here. So I'm really trying to just practice.
You're just trying to find like what option. Is this replaying by itself, or are you pressing something to make it replay?
So I have it set to always replay, and then you just set. So you have it turned on so that it's always repeat, and then when you press the reset button, it's always there. So these are true strings, so I can't do anything here. So okay, that's not gonna work. So how many? So at that point, ooh, I just noticed. Okay, so boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I noticed at that range, she gets pushed out. So I'm like, pop, pop, pop. Nope, nothing there. So at that point, like unless they're, so that allows you to kind of figure out here. If I can get the parry, shit's tough. Might be because I had it on here. Let me see, because I actually normally get it a little bit better. Block. Let's do block all.
Because jabs in this game are negative, but they also
but they chain.
link or chain into themselves. So
Predictable.
So there you go.
the perfect parry. Predictable.
Predictable.
Oops.
Predictable.
So that's something you can practice, like, because you're gonna see a lot of jabs change with like kin and stuff. So you want to be like,
Predictable.
and then also you need to, you gotta have, it helps you practice what to do when you perfect parry a light, because there's different frame advantage. You can't just, so like, let me see if I can get it, but this
you
is,
can't be like fierce or
yeah, this
roundhouse.
is, my frame advantage is, I think it's 8 frames.
Predictable.
Yeah, 8 frames. So
you're
I can
going
get
full
crouch
medium.
fierce because that, and then here, but normally I'd probably just do a medium.
Predictable.
But that happens. So yeah, you wanna.
Predictable.
So you wanna do that, and then
Kimberly's got that struggle. She got some short limbs. I
Yep.
never noticed that.
and then like I said, do what you can. And now I got 30. Okay, I did 36, almost 37, right? And that could have been, you know, again, we showed earlier what the life was looking like. You know, that's from a parry. That's from a perfect parry off a jab. Like, if I have that meter, she's dead off of that. So it helps to definitely learn that type of stuff. So, yeah, you definitely, like, you want to use it for more than just than that here. And then beyond that, like I said, there's a lot of more things talked about, as you already mentioned. We'll go over that next time. Learning the O-key, learning frame traps, learning spacing traps, depending on how people press buttons, that kind of thing. There's so much you can learn with using just the reversal settings, which I use a lot. As you can see here, I have Wake Up, I have Light Punch, I have OD Cannon Spark, I have OD Cannon Spike, I have Crouching Medium Kick, Crouching Leg Punch, I have I have a lot of different stuff set up on these, where you can kind of figure out what, what's
if
available.
reversal settings save per character?
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah,
I
they
had
save
no
per
idea.
character, so you can see it hurt. Like, so if I go to shot, let's say like well, clearly I practice against DJ, right? Because of Shogun. Also, shout out whoever made the recolor, the Moon Marauders, that Moon Marauders teal over here. So like, and if you go to his reversal settings, crouching medium, like he didn't have too much. I'm doing his 4 frame, his DP, block settings, heavy punch. Like in case I was looking for where the spacing's at when he's looking for frame, when he's looking to try to get that here. I don't have anything for after damage because most people aren't, knocking down. But yeah, sometimes I even just do this just to something for simple as this. Okay, and now I test damage, right?
Good too, because like you got crossed up, so it gave you that opportunity to practice, like, because that happens sometimes. Like you're DPing and they accidentally cross you up, and you're like expecting to punish going facing towards them, and all of a sudden they're not facing towards you anymore.
Yeah, so like even as right there, like I did it too early and he popped up. So like there, so I'm like, oh well, I need to know when is he right there. And just putting him on punish counter and doing this combo is not going to tell me that. Like I need to actually see it. So this is one thing I've been trying to practice recently, and so like I'm like I gotta know the timing on that, because you have to block the DP first and then do this can as soon as you want. So like this is something I have to see in game in order for it to in order for me to see that. So yeah, definitely use these settings. They're really good. Find things here. You can try out different punishes. So I'm gonna do one last thing, and then I'm gonna call it, because I've been saying that for here. But like, there are Kimi has, and I think I've only done this in match like once or twice actually. So it's one of those things where I need to drill it more. But let's say I'm gonna put her first, let me change her life because she's gonna die too fast. And then we're gonna put her on reversal. Oh, also, again, as I mentioned earlier, the save states, gotta have that. Because instead of having to do this every time, I can do this once. I dropped it. Oops, I did that too. Let's try this again. There we go. Nope. So I might have to just do this one.
Save state only restart, like, okay, so that you answered my question. I was gonna ask you, does it end, like you can do a combo and it won't restart until you finish the combo?
You press the button. So you're the one who presses the button to figure it, so you don't like it here. So what is it? I'm trying to, honestly, I'm trying to remember the whole combo. Is that it? Yep, that's it. She's dead. So that's 5.6. She does. There's one that does 6K, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Yep, that's, you get the. What is that combo? I'm gonna have to go look it up because apparently I don't remember what it is. But yeah, you can use that. Save state is so good. I use that all the time with Kimberly, of course, because it helps me, set up Oki and everything like that. And then besides that is standard. Definitely do your standard, like I'm always running that. So, for example, first thing I did when I loaded up the game today is, see, I already dropped it.
Just your OP or your like B&B. Okay.
Yeah, so like
Because I have that with like Jury where I'm like up kicks if I dash forward.
And so I typically have them on full life. That's like how I do it in warm up because this is like my B&B and Oki. So I'll typically have them full life. Boom, boom. Nope, I dropped. So start over. Drops.
This is great because I think what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna practice this stuff and then like I would love for us to basically do the same thing the next time we like do this, and like you're watching replays and I hope to see like, oh man, you've had improvement in this, you know, kind of thing. And then we take it to like the next step, like cool, you're getting better at this, this is what, you know, I would focus on now kind of thing. Because tonight was kind of broad because there was just a lot to work on, but just finding this out, like replay as a whole, is fantastic. Like,
so I would say,
so
to end it all, for you in particular, what I'd like to see more from you is getting space, using getting stocks, and throwing at the fireball. We're not necessarily like, hey, you have to be perfect every time. You're going to learn when the right time to do it is, when it works. As you do it, you're going to be like, okay, it works in this situation here. It's not working in this situation here, so I'm going to start doing it there. So that'll help you figure that out. 2, bread and butters. You know, you got to get them practicing. I can't see you dropping in B&Bs. It's, you know what Yipe says. So I'm going to need that. Of course, you know, everyone drops. I'm not gonna be like, you gotta be perfect, but I gotta see it more often. And like I said, just come in, even like, cause I know you get, you know, I know what it's like. I was there. You got the lady, you got the kids, you got work. But even if it's, you know, 20-30 minutes and you're just doing combo practice, so that when you get those hits, you get those, and then just like work on the recordings, so that the anti-airs become a little bit more automatic. They're not what you're focusing on. Oh, I have plenty of time. You jury, you got crouching fierce, you got a DP, you can EX DP if you feel like, oh man, I might get here. And parry can be a last resort, but it shouldn't be just taken in the face. If it's a character like, you know, like a cami or something like that, then get the air to air. Don't even worry about that. Don't even try to worry about this. I'm not trying to fix his dive, if it's a dive kick or not. I'm just out. And then those would be the things I say work on. So just when to get your stocks and when to throw fireball, because like I said, round start. If they're not coming in, okay, all right, Fuha, fireball, and now I'm either walking or I'm coming in, and that will help you kind of figure out there. Oki is something that we'll work on down the line, because as you start getting knockdowns, you're gonna be like, oh, they jabbed, and then that's how you start labbing that. But yeah, just getting the stocks, using those like we did against fireballs, or otherwise just getting space and using them, making the anti-airs a bit more automatic by using the recording stuff, and just drilling your B&Bs. I tend to do a whole, me like, okay, I gotta hit it 5 times in a row before I go to bed type of thing. So like just kind of drilling those, and then we'll go from there.
I appreciate it, man. I thought this was great, so I'm excited to keep this going.
All right, peace out, stream. Thanks for coming through. If you have questions about training mode or how you can lab things, definitely hit us up. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up in the YouTube comments, all that good stuff. And if I don't know it already, I'll try to learn it and help you guys out. Otherwise, I hope this helps out some people. Catch you next time. Peace.